through one heard sound. Hold up, money calling right now. I gotta go and get it, and it don't matter how.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Got it. So first and 10 now from the 30. Lawrence looking to pass on the first play. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interception.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
First and 10, it's Pierce. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. From the 10. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On third down, Lawrence. And that's complete ETN out of the backfield. And, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle's going to leave him about a yard or so short. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll be fourth down. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Spencer. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mills. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Spencer. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, this offense, Charles, well, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 and a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah, it was something like 4 of the last 6 wins were one-possession games, and they played like a team that was trying to protect something instead of chasing something. And that's what happens when you have an undefeated record. So it behooves you as a team, get a couple blowouts in there so you get a chance to relax and breathe. But that's much easier said than done.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Going for it with Pierce.
And it's a window maneuver.
And a pretty good burst there as he gets this across midfield and down to the 46.
A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
No surprise this offense would be able to convert. They're currently 2nd in the league in first downs, and they pick up 1 here.
Yeah, not a stat that we talk about a heck of a lot, but it's a vital one. And in this case, it's really vital because what does it do? Keeps their defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Mills throw complete here, pulled in by Howard.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Back to the ground with Pierce.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Devon Hamilton.
What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Mills.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Complete. This is Mitchell.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Texans 7, Jaguars nothing.
And the first play will be a field goal try. A 33-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Fairbairn is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
Incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Lawrence completes it to Evan Ingram. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Straight ahead, Etienne. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And all this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the 2nd straight play. Come on. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 37. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Etienne. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing a shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, 32 yards. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, right? A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, here's Mills.
Over the middle, complete. It's Spencer.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Mills now from the 50. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Throwing again, Mills on 2nd and 10.
He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And this is taken in at the 5. A huge play there for Houston. 46 yards.
And that looked almost to be a case of, quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw, because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
Looking to throw is Mills. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On 2nd and goal, Mills. The pass finds Mechie in the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. 4 yards on the touchdown grab as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo, the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved. Call a
few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
They'll run with ETN.
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
On the ready.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Lawrence, and he will find Ridley. That's complete. They find some open field here. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 24-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence.
This is caught. It's Kirk. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Lawrence will throw.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
2nd down and goal. Lawrence.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Open man right side is Ingram. Touchdown! Evan Ingram as the first half is winding down.
And the Jaguars are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Mills throw completed to Mechie.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Here's Mills.
And this one is incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On 2nd down, Mills again. Swings this one out wide for Pierce.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
In a game like this, you're fighting, you're scratching, you're clawing, you're hammering away. That return has the feel of maybe cracking the rock and giving them a chance to get a big-time advantage.
Play action now. Mills. Looking for the out route. He's got his man. It's Mitchell.
And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Mills now.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On second down, here's Pierce.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And taking it to the 15-yard line before it's brought down.
53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Spencer.
And the Texans are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Here's Pierce. Not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6.
A loss of 2 there, second down.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Once more, it's Pierce.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
They'll run for it with Pierce.
And this time he is in.
Yes. Dameon Pierce.
His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season.
And the Texans take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And now Lovie Smith sends the call out. They're going to go for 2 here.
They'll try and run it here. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
A give, it's ETN off the option.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On 2nd and 2,
Lawrence.
That's caught on the left side by Kirk.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
First down, Jaguars.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Lawrence to throw.
And he will find Ridley on the left side. Touchdown, Jaguars! Calvin Ridley from 10 yards out.
And the Jaguars have got it back to within a score.
The extra point up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Touchdown, Texans! A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Lawrence giving to ETN here on the option.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Now Lawrence.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return.
And the Texans will take over.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he'll get a couple up to the 29. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
To throw, Mills. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Here's Pirine. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want, and other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so they went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
On third down, Lawrence, he'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
On first and 10, it's Etienne.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
It sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. This offense so far on third down, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is third down and 12. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 28. A gain of 22. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Off the option, here's ETN.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Travis Etienne with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Point after, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
On 1st and 10, Mills.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Running it out of the gun with Pierce.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
On 3rd down, here's Mills.
That's caught by Howard. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to make it a 2-score game. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
A first down throw for Mills. He finds his man, complete. That's Spencer. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. 38 yards. And the Texans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So problems compounding themselves. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. 36 yards on the play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence. Lawrence hit and the ball is free. And the Texans scoop it. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and
he's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete